angels. So it is day 2 of living in my van. You know, it's ironic. We're starting over from scratch, living in our van until we can go get our trailer, which now might be a change of plans because we can't seem to find a place to park it during the winter, and everyone's saying that it's not a good idea. We're going to freeze together. Of course, everybody has their own fucking opinion, but this is something we've been wanting to do for so long. We may actually found a place to park it, but it's really iffy. It's up in the air. But, and another thing, turns out I didn't even think about this with all my planning, but with the car I bought a Saturn View, 2008 Saturn View, and it won't pull a 5-wheel, which is the trailer that we were supposed to get. So that put a big shit in our plans. So anyways, Nisa and I are in the car. I'm actually loving it. Honestly, since I've been out of that apartment, I can't remember the last time I felt so free. That I just, like, it's just out here, living in my car, doing what I want, just driving around, taking breaks when I want to, sleeping when I want to, you know, just, I can study in my car. Just, I don't have to worry about fucking dishes and cleaning up messes and worrying about the landlord showing up and things breaking like every other fucking day and then getting blamed for it. Like, I just, you know, I never told the landlord all the times things broke or fell apart, because it literally happened like the first couple weeks we moved in, and we had waited so long to get this apartment. And this guy just happened to give us a chance. And after what we had just gone through, and the last thing I wanted to do was complain. And then we find out about the floor damage because of Aizen putting the hose in the holes at the side of the wall. And they were saying it was all the way into the kitchen, which is absolutely impossible. I don't care what they said. There was no water on the floor. There was no damage. I admit now, when they pulled up, it was pretty bad because Nisa had gone to the bathroom a couple times. Like, I always cleaned up after him, but when I was really sick there for a while, I wasn't able to get him out as much as I could. So he would make messes like some dogs do, and I would clean it up. But they're saying that the water damage was all the way into the kitchen. No, it wasn't. Like, those floors weren't. They were showing me places where it was like kind of separated a bit, and then some where it was lifted. Like, I'm not a contractor, but I used to rent houses. I'm 51 years old. I've rented more times than I can fucking count, and I know those floors were like, most of them, not all of them, but most of them were like that when we moved in. So a lot of the issues there, we didn't cause. Like, for instance, like the second week we moved in, the toilet paper holder fell off. The shelves in the fridge broke. There was a leak at the side of the sink. There was issue after issue, and I never said anything, and I know that's totally wrong on my part. I should have told the landlord, but they just all happened at once, and I didn't want to lose this place, which we ended up doing anyways. So, you know, I'm so happy to be out of there. Where I'm parked in the driveway of a friend's house, they did offer to bring me and Nisa in the house, but they've got 4 dogs and I think 6 cats. Nisa's not good around other animals. I mean, and I'm not doing that to him. So I prefer to be out here anyways. That's just me. I love it out here. I'd be in a fucking tent my whole life if I was able to. But Aislin's in there, and he's got his own bed and a TV, and he's comfortable, and that's all I care about. As long as my son is okay, that is all I care about. Me and Nisa are fine. So things are going well so far. We'll get there. I put out some resumes for a crisis worker to get back to working in my field and getting back to school and starting over. And then I'm hoping within a year, like we were going to get the trailer, save for a year, and then buy a house. I don't want to stay here. I'm not staying in North Bay, and I'm certainly not buying my first house in North Bay. I want to go back to the States. I'm not going back until Trump is gone or dead. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Probably get in trouble for that, but unalived. But I refuse to go back there while he's there. I don't know how long that's going to be, but the States is my home. That's where I spent over 30 years of my life. I don't know if I'll go back to Florida, but definitely California. Although I might have to make a trip to Florida to visit two very, 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 very special people who are totally captured Mama Bear's heart, and need to go make sure that they're okay. And give them big hugs, big muscular hugs. But they, I don't even think they know how much they've impacted my life and made it better just by being there, by being who they are, by being amazing. And just the fact that they're yummy to look at just makes it so much better. Anyways, I'm too old for them. But they are definitely angels in a very corrupt and cruel world. And I owe them more than they will ever realize. So anyways, things are going good. We're getting there. We're going to be okay. I love you guys. Please be safe. We did have a friend last night, Mr. Skunk. I got some of my boxes outside. I was really sick last night and all day today, so I wasn't able to get things organized the way I wanted. And he ended up going in and getting Mighty's cat treats. So he had a field day out there. I guess he built a home a while back underneath my friend's shed, we're parked right in front of it. So at night I have to be very careful when I take Nisa out to go potty. Anyways. Okay, so I love you, and I will keep you guys posted. And if you have any thoughts or ideas for us, please let me know. And if you've been someone who has lived in a camper or a trailer, especially in the winter in the north somewhere where there's snow, and you have any ideas or thoughts or advice or anything, I would be so very grateful, especially if you live in Canada, because that's what we're trying to figure out right now. I don't want another apartment. We've had too many issues. Aislinn, until we get his mental health, or until I say we because it's just me and my son and my dog and my cat. But once I get his behavior and anger under control from his severe ADHD, but also the trauma that we went through a couple years ago, then we can start worrying about settling in somewhere. But right now, this needs to be a rebonding experience for us, and time for me to just focus on him. So anyways, you have any thoughts or questions, ideas, whatever, let me know. Love you. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Mama Bear loves you. Out.